Hey friends, Dr. Bob here, ET surgeon based in India, and today we'll be reacting into all the injuries by iShowSpeed, and let's dissect into it.
Oh, that was so funny! I think I just broke my ankle. Oh my God, I think I just broke my ankle.
Okay, so that looks like more like an injury to an ankle. So what happens when there's inversion of the foot? It can be like there's injury towards the lateral ligaments, mainly the anterior talofibular ligament. And when there is an eversion injury, that is where more like the deltoid is involved. And along with that, they can also be high ankle sprain, which can be associated with this. So obviously, immediately there can be symptoms like pain, swelling, tenderness, and also inability to move or walk for some time. And the treatment will be starting off with giving rest, ice compression, and even elevation. Along with that, patient can take analgesics or even start off with physiotherapy later on for improving the movement and strengthening of the feet. And also along with that, he can apply a brace for functional support. And in the end, in rare cases, there are even surgical correction for this.
Speed was screaming in pain because people were punching him, and one person even pulled out his hair. Speed said he's never gonna come to this country ever again, and admitted this was the scariest moment in his entire life. The guy who pulled out Speed's hair even sold it for $1,700.
Oh my god. Like that too, it's mentioned in the ad like hand-picked to the bracket. I mean, it's not even hair cut, it's like literally hair pulled out. Pulling of hair, if you put in the VAS scale, it would be somewhere around 3 to 6 out of 10 where they would rate the pain. And there is even a condition where people having trichotillomania, where they repeatedly, deliberately pull out their hair from their scalp. Even though they know the negative effects of it, still they do it. And this comes under obsessive compulsive and related disorders, DSM-5, so which requires psychiatric treatment for getting this cured.
I don't know what I have right now. I'm about to go through surgery right now. Always be right there with me until I die.
It turned out to be a deadly sinus infection, and till this day, nobody knows how he got it. But the worst thing, it was causing the cluster headaches, which is the most painful type of headaches a human being can ever feel.
Okay, so seems like with all the symptoms, it's going more towards sinusitis. And also, as you can see in that image towards the end, where he was having swelling, even the orbital swelling was there, which is associated with that. So all are moving towards the diagnosis of sinusitis and also its orbital complications of sinusitis. And if those sinuses are not opened and drained, within days and weeks later, it can progress towards orbit, as you can see, the eyes, and from there it can even go to his brain, which eventually can lead to blindness and even, as I said, the spread of infection to the brain, which is something can go deadly. So until and unless that happens, or way before that, we have to intervene antibiotic wise, stepping it up, and also surgically. So if it was an actual sinus infection that Speed had, then he would have undergone functional endoscopic sinus surgery, also called as FES. So clearance and removal of all the mucopus from the sinuses and draining it out. And end of the day, the sinuses are cleared, so he will also get relief from his headache that is there. So if you're watching the video till here and found something valuable and informative for you, don't forget to leave a like and comment down which of these stunts done by iShowSpeed shocked you the most.
Get you!
First off, Speed tried to prevent the explosion with a blanket, but immediately realized it was the bad idea.
Oh my god, blasting crackers and explosives at home is really risky. And as you can see, he was trying to put the blanket, which maybe if you would have done, at least 60% of the overall damage would have been reduced. So the main hazards being the inflammables at home, being the curtains, the clothes, the bed sheets, anything can go up in flames. Another thing is that being in a closed space and this fumes and smoke and a lot of poisonous gases that can be released because of this burning that's happening, especially carbon monoxide poisoning that can happen, suffocation. Along this, you're just causing yourself in a state of toxicity. And if there was something blast associated with this thing going up in flames, there are always chances for injury to your face, eyes, anywhere that can cause real trauma.
Because when Speed reaches another 1 million subscribers, every single time he does more and more dangerous tricks.
18! 18!
that's like a direct spear attack to the camera. So there's always risk of injury, especially to your face when you're trying to jump onto a camera or a tripod. There's chance of injury to the nose, lashes to the face, your teeth, and even all by to your eyes can also get involved. And landing and falling on your back, which is always a chance of risk to get an injury to your spine. They can be slip discs, they can be vertebral fractures, a spinal cord injury. And even when you fall and you land in your hand, in your wrist, there's always chance of fracture to your wrists, finger, tendon, finger fractures, everything can be associated with it. And last but not the least, there's always chance of injury to your chest, your abdomen, your ribs. There's always chance of fractures, and not less to say the injuries can also be happening to your organs also, which is protected by your ribs and your abdomen.
In the home gym, and there was not a single soul behind Speed in the building. And in the next few seconds, his entire life flashed before his eyes.
Here we go. Big speed. One. Oh, shit. Hey, help. Help. I can't breathe. Stop. I can't breathe. I can't breathe.
You can see the genuine fear in his eye.
Yep. Pretty much he's got shocked and scared to do a chest press again after that. Oh, well, the main thing you have to know is that there's always chance of injury when you're doing this chest press. If that thing actually fell over to your chest, that's enough to cause injury to your ribs, your lungs, can lead to even conditions where even you get cardiac contusion or even cardiac arrest. And the next being injury to your wrist or your shoulder, where there is over hyperextension of your wrist or rotator cuff injury of your shoulders. Another thing being some can even have muscle spasms, and if that barbell actually fell directly to his chest, can lead to a crush injury that can also be very bad and devastating. So the first thing you have to always keep in mind is making sure you have someone there to spot for you, or at least help you out in emergency. Because when he was alone, when Speed was alone and doing, he was calling for help, but no one is there to help him because no one is there. The only thing there was his camera recording him. So thank God he could himself adjust the barbell and come out of it. But otherwise, always make sure you have someone to help you out and guide you at spotty.
It wasn't enough for Speed, and he decided to do it again with even more vacuum power. This is dangerous because in this condition, your body will eventually go completely numb, which can come with some unreversible followings.
Jerome, help me! Help! Help me! What the f***, you stupid? Help me!
It's like that dude himself got into that thing and he's screwing the other person for helping him. Seriously, like, thank God that he didn't put his face into it and it was just his part below his neck, because if it was something of that sort, it would go really bad. Could lead to suffocation, shortness of breath, it can lead to loss of consciousness, and even condition where there's decreased blood supply to your heart and even lead to cardiac arrest. So iShowSpeed is definitely entertaining, but behind all those laughs, there's always a chance of medical emergency and risk. So people like Speed are creators who are chasing behind views and also into dangerous stunts. So they are literally in the adrenaline rush because of this. And also in medicine, we call this risk-seeking behavior with impaired judgment. So from fireworks injury and jumping and flipping and falling into tripods, these aren't just stunts, but they remind how much of your body to be actually taken care of. Because entertainment is fun and fine, but if your life, something happens to health, it's not respawnable. So that's all for today, my friends. I hope you guys liked today's episode of reacting to all the injuries of iShowSpeed and its medical breakdown. And if you guys want me to react to any other videos up in the future videos, do let me know in the comment section down below. And you know what to do. Leave a like and subscribe for more. As always, you guys take care, stay safe. This is Dr. Bob signing on.